visual history book. I actually had no clue this book existed until about like 5 minutes ago when I went looking for my other Marvel encyclopedia book and found this one. So this is actually just the cover, like the little case of it. And there's this on the back. And then so this is the actual book. So first, before we get into it, I want to apologize for not posting recently. Like I've been busy, but I also have just been lazy too. Like I had a lot of like swim meets and stuff, but I also have just mainly been lazy. So okay, we're gonna get in with the video now. Okay, so I have no idea what's in this book. So hopefully it's interesting and hopefully I don't fumble over all my words. So this is the first page. I might just do a flip through and kind of like reading here and there. So I think this is a foreword by Stan Lee. It's very cute. Introduction. Tom DeFalco. Okay, so the first Marvel character, I knew this, but maybe this could have been in a trivia question, but the first Marvel superhero was Namor. I'm pretty sure, right? Superhero start. Pair of characters. Okay, that's what it kind of sounds like. It sounds like the Human Torch and Namor. The first Angel. Okay. This looks like it's some maybe like original comic pages. Oh wow, the 1940s. Okay, so this looks like more Human Torch and Marvel Boy. Sorry, I can't read. I'm very far from the thing. I'm trying to read it. Marvel Boy. Let's see. So, I did know a little bit about this, but like how a lot of the comics at the beginning were kind of against like Hitler and like World War II, which makes sense because that was very prevalent at the time. So I think that's where we get the introduction of Captain America. And then we get Red Skull right here. Sorry, my dog just sighed in the background. Let's see. Yeah, so lots of war stuff. Miss Fury. Let's see. Citizen V. Let's see what's over here. First U.S. troops arrive in Europe. The voice of Captain America, or the voice of America speaks. Penicillin, a new wonder drug. Sorry, I'm like having the hardest time reading this. Oh wow, comedy comics. Diverse directions. So even though their creations were in the armed forces, Timely's leading superheroes, Captain America, the original Human Torch, and the Submariner, were still going strong. Not only did they start their own comic books, but all three also appeared in the first 5 issues of the new All Select Comics series that Timely launched in the fall. Somewhat lesser lights, the Destroyer and the Wizard also turned up in this comic and marked the final appearance of the original Black Widow. There we go. Sorry, I have a hard time reading like that. Okay, the first Marvel movie. The first Marvel-based movie was made as early as 1944. Captain America movie changing audiences. Oh my gosh. Okay, I try to do a little bit of reading so I could talk about it. So as I was reading right here, it sounds like superhero comics were only around for like 10 years, but they were already starting to fail. Like, people weren't really that interested in them. So, change of pace, trying to change it up a little bit. So, new team spirit. Keep going. Timely identity crisis. Official true crime cases. The grinning killer. Oh, that was loud, sorry. Ziggy and Silly Seal. Oh my gosh, this is not Marvel related at all, but I used to draw things like that. I would draw like a mirror or something, and I would draw like the copies of it inside, and I thought that was the coolest thing in the world. Like, I thought I was so cool for doing that. So anyway, Timely's bullpen. The goddess of love. Victoria Star. So it sounds like Venus. I think there's still a Marvel character named Venus. Maybe I'm wrong. Gathering Storm. Anthony and Cleopatra. Here I'm trying to spread it out so you can see it better. But there we go. The 1950s. The 1950s would prove to be one of the most, oh no, I don't know how to say that word, tumultuous decades for the comic book industry, and for Timely. The end of World War II meant the end of paper rationing, which led to more publishers publishing more product onto the newsstands of the nation. So, sounds like more comics being put out there. Winds of Change. So, this is Captain America comics canceled, so maybe they took a little break. War on newsstands. Romantic affairs in my diary. Atlas conquers all at sea. Oh, I didn't even realize this was talking about other things that are happening in that time period. This is the first H-bomb test. I don't know why I wasn't even like looking at that. 1953. Looks like there's the Bible mentioned in here. Oh. This is my first time going through this, so I'm a little like intrigued too. So Ringo Kid. The Summer of Superheroes. Let's see. The Comics Code changes the game in 1955. I just never saw this. The first Disneyland opened in 1955 apparently. And Albert Einstein died. So, well. The going gets tough. Elvis releases his first hit. Then in 1957, Fall of Atlas, Rise of Marvel. I'll read a little bit. The year that everything ended for Atlas Comics was 1957, though nobody realized it at the outset. Despite the exodus of artist talent from Atlas in 1956, at the start of 1957, everything was business as usual, with publisher Martin was struggling to stay alive. Comic book sales had been in a downward spiral thanks to the advent of television and congressional hearings. A new comic code authority seemed to take a perverse delight in censoring graphic scenes and sending back dialogue for editorial revision. So, they were going through some issues with publishing, I guess. When the decade dawned, the rebirth of superheroes. Oh, sorry, my stomach just growled. This looks like the Fantastic Four right here. So, it says a new breed of superheroes. To be honest, I can't read anything that says right there. So, let's see. This says, meanwhile, in 1961, JFK is the youngest president, the USSR, but first man in space. So this looks like maybe it's the Fantastic Four when they go up into space. Okay, this is Hulk, I do believe. And I think I might have mentioned this in a different video, but Hulk was originally supposed to be gray, and I think like a printing mistake or a printing like something where they only had certain colors, so they used green. That could be, maybe I completely am making this up, I don't know, but I've heard that from somewhere, so hopefully that's true. So we have Namor, we have Doctor Doom, and Spider-Man. The first appearance of Spider-Man was in 1962, in August, it looks like. Oh, I have this comic. I have collection. So we have Thor, we have Loki. Okay, it looks like we have Iron Man. Oh, the Chameleon. Okay, I'm trying to read these. The Vulture, Doc Ock, Doctor Strange. Magneto. Oh, the X-Men. So this is in September of, I'm guessing, 1963. It says the X-Men gathered together. So that's fun. I love the X-Men. The X-Men are my favorite. So that's very interesting. Oh, this is Spider-Man. Yeah, maybe I should read one day my old Spider-Man comic. I won't read like every single word bubble, but I'll read here and there. So that'd be fun. Okay, looks like we have Electro, we have the Blob, Scarlet Witch, and Quicksilver. It looks like we have, I don't know if these all came out, but we have like Ant-Man, Iron Man, Thor. I mean, most of these guys are out. Looks like Ant-Man maybe is the only new one. I don't know. Oh, Daredevil. We have Daredevil, Green Goblin, Hawkeye. Wonder Man. Oh my gosh, my back is starting to hurt. This is bad. Dormammu. So we have Namor and Magneto and Scarlet Witch in this page. This book is really cool. I need to read through it, like actually, but superhuman soap operas. 1956. Shield. So maybe that's when Shield came out. The Juggernaut. Let's see. Sentinels. I love Sentinels. Harry Osborn, Gwen Stacy, Inhumans. All in 1965. That's cool. Doctor Strange with his third eye. Silver Surfer. My brother loves Silver Surfer, so 1966 he came out. Sharon Carter. And also in 1966, we have the Black Panther. Let's see. The Collector. Still, wow, 1966 going on for a long time. They had a really good year, I guess. We have the Rhino, we have Ego. Wait, I thought I already mentioned Green Goblin. Oops, maybe I was mistaken. Peter Parker hits the jackpot. Stanley finally allowed Peter Parker to meet Mary Jane Watson. She was